Three.
Hello, hello everyone, and welcome to Struggle City Podcast. Today we have David,
Missy,
Me!
Casey, and David. What's going on, everyone?
Did you say your name twice?
Yes, I did.
Jesus Christ.
Go
we're
fuck yourself.
literally living up to our name.
This is take two.
This is.
This is take two. This is brilliant.
I really was hoping we wouldn't this is the second time I fucked up.
Nobody knew the microphone was on, so we were talking with nothing. No
full
recording.
No, you're not being held accountable for anything. It's just...
No, yes you are.
It's just... No,
That's
it's
totally my
It's
fault.
just funny.
It's totally my fault. Kind of.
Well,
sort
what
of.
we had started to get into was New Year's. Is that loud enough for you? I'm like really trying to yell.
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
Because now we're never going to hear the two of us. 'Cause
That's
now
fine.
she's just
That's
yelling.
fine.
That's fine.
Yes, so New Year's resolutions. Go.
Bullshit.
I agree.
Who really does resolutions? They're just lies you're making.
They're goals. Normally they're not followed through with, but
Then what's the
they're
point of
goals.
making them?
To feel good about yourself, to feel motivated.
Why does it have to be New Year's to make goals?
Yeah,
Because it's like a fresh start.
but every day is a fresh start.
This is true, but a lot of people will
Especially
push
if you have
things off
Alzheimer's.
until tomorrow. So like
Okay,
New
so
Year's
why
is-
should the New Year be any different?
Well,
I'll
why
do it
should the
next
New
year.
Year even be celebrated? Like, no offense, but I hate New Year's. Like, what is the big deal about
why is it
watching?
why is it no offense?
Because
Like, if people, like if people really like to go out and get drunk for New Year's Eve
There's a
and then
reason to
watch the
drink.
ball drop, there's always a reason to drink.
Yeah, you don't need to observe
always
the
a reason.
calendar changing for that.
Right. I just don't see any
5 o'clock
point.
somewhere.
I
in
drank the whole time
watching
during
it.
Bird Box.
That's a reason to drink.
That's probably why you didn't like it.
No.
I didn't like it when I was sober.
All right, well, we're going to be talking about like movies and TV shows today, so we actually have a topic. And since these two don't have any New Year's resolutions, I actually made some. Shockingly,
You're assuming.
You
the
just
both of you
assumed
just
I don't
said
have
it was
a-
bullshit. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
I have goals I'd like to achieve
That's the
this next
same
semester.
thing. All right, so what are your goals?
To not fail.
That's a good goal.
To not go full David.
Again.
All right, so is that your only goal?
As of right now, oh, and this.
Just
And
go
the podcast,
Just go
okay.
like 70% David.
No, more than 70%.
Never go full
That's
David.
failing. That's failing.
Yeah,
All right,
holy
75.
cow,
That's still not great.
It's
It's fine.
100%.
it's 3/4. That's more than.
110%.
Just don't go full David. Don't do an entire paper in the morning and stew.
But that's how I live.
I know, but try not to.
But see, that's kind of how you fail. So like you have
He didn't
to.
fail though.
I-
He barely succeeds.
I feel
doing
like
this.
his mental health failed a little bit with that, like with all
My
of
mental
that
health
pressure.
is always failing.
Oh, Dave. All right, Case, what are your goals?
Enough about David's depression.
What was it? I only had one just to find a job.
Okay, that's a good
That
goal.
was it.
Yeah,
Because, college is over for now. And
that's a big goal too. That's like a life goal right
Yeah.
there.
it's not even like a big goal. It's just I want a job that'll pay semi-well and doesn't make me totally miserable.
Yeah,
With
That's
benefits, too.
With benefits.
that
Yeah.
would be nice.
That's
Give
it.
you enough money to, move out and
Yeah.
be life with Casey.
Maybe have, like, a specific room where we could do this.
I mean, I did spend
Yeah.
I did spend most of Christmas looking at apartments in Seattle. So, yeah.
Oh yeah, we won't be able to do this in his room because he's moving.
well, that's fine. We could do it,
How are we gonna do the podcast then?
We can
Well, it's not going to be outright. I'm still building up money for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess
Yeah.
we have a little time then before he leaves.
yeah, so, I mean,
And we can still do the podcast. It'll just be we'll just have to
like,
sync
over
up
Skype
times.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
Well, my goals, thanks for asking, are
So, Casey, how are you doing?
I set goals for myself last New Year's, but it was in February because I didn't really care about it. And then I talked to my doctor, and he was
That's-
like, "Oh, you should totally do it." And I was
That's
like,
just
"Okay."
Groundhog Day goals. It did in
Sure.
February.
And I reached a couple of those goals, but not all of them. So my goals this year are to lose 5 pounds and keep it off, and to read 15 books. And
Is one of those my book?
no, I tried reading your book. I couldn't
book?
do it.
Your book?
What
It's
book?
Devour.
The Devourers.
Yeah, no, I couldn't read it. I
It's
read
good.
like 20 pages of it and I couldn't do it.
What kind of book is it?
It's like fantasy.
Oh, man, I'll try it out.
He sold me on it
It's
because
not-
there's...
it's more like sci-fi.
Okay,
Ooh.
it's even worse.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I've never read any sci-fi,
Plus,
so...
I couldn't pronounce any of the characters' names.
Because they're Indian.
that's always fun.
racist.
Excuse me? I'm not a racist. God.
Well, no, because it's the well, we'll get into this another time, but read my fucking book. I read all your books. I read your goddamn Colleen Hoover.
That's because they're good.
They're fine.
Anyway, I'm reading 15 books, and I want to get another 4.0, which should be easy for me, because I get A's, because I'm a little bitch.
Striving for a 3.2.
Oh, God. And I feel like I had more, but that's all I can remember right now. But I have them written down somewhere.
Such an Adam. Jesus.
I mean, I want to get a 3.3 this year.
Oh, my God.
Let's go no C's.
So advice from your Struggle City friends is to make some New Year's goals for yourself.
Just goals.
And,
Is that a thing we're
and
doing?
be excited.
Screw
It is
New
now.
Year's.
Is that a thing we're doing?
It is
Giving
now.
advice?
Dude, I give great advice. What are you talking about? I give really great advice.
I've never received any of this advice. So,
You never ask. I'm not just going to go out and give advice for free.
You don't want any of it.
Yes,
so wait,
you
does that make you a
do.
Satanist?
We discussed that we weren't going to talk about this before.
But then you brought up you don't give advice, so you're just adhering by the law.
Oh my God.
Welcome to the club.
She's
One
taking,
of us.
She's taking the tenets to heart.
I take everything to heart.
It's true.
Me too.
Hail Satan. What?
Alright.
I mean, like the advice you've given hasn't been terrible. I'll say that.
Oh, thanks.
It's worked.
I give you good advice. I give good advice to everybody. That's why a lot of people will talk to me and ask me. Well, actually, they don't really ask me what they should do, but they want me to listen, and I think that's kind of the same thing. Because then I'll just tell them what to do anyway.
This is true.
And when they listen to me, their life becomes much better. And then when they don't, they come back and tell me that it didn't work. And I say, okay, we'll do this again. And it doesn't work.
Huh.
Yeah.
I'm really sounding like so egotistical right now.
Just a little.
Is that a surprise?
No.
There you go.
Not at all.
All right, so should we move on to our main topic today?
I wouldn't say it's a
Yeah.
main topic. It's
Well,
It's
another topic.
So what do you guys
it's
think
a
of
talking
Friends?
point. I've never
Friends
seen
is-
it.
What do you mean you've never seen it? I
I've
thought
never
you
seen
have.
It. No. All of my exposure has been through memes and you people and my sister.
Well, Friends was a TV show a long time ago.
It was the 90s.
And
I was 30.
Jennifer, what is her name? Help me.
Aniston.
Aniston, yes. Jennifer Aniston's nipples are out all the time. All the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
I'm
a
supposed
main...
to get titillated by nipples.
Aniston nips.
I mean, I don't know.
I love them, but like,
Well, she said that she wore a bra all the time, but then they still poke out through the bra. So I'm like, I don't think so. I think you're a liar. But
Or she's got pepperoni nipples.
not that that's like a main
that's
thing
great.
about Friends.
I love a snack, so that's perfect.
Snacks are good, but not that kind of snack, like actual food.
Pepperoni and cheese
People are
sound good right now.
Well,
Some
that's
crackers.
a pizza.
No, like crackers.
Yeah.
No, like pizza.
Oh shit! I have pepperoni and cheese. Sorry,
Maybe after this one.
We might get that at intermission.
No, this is going to
Yeah,
become an
intermission.
between
eating.
this one and the
This
next
is going
one.
to become an eating ASMR.
Just Casey sitting here.
Ew. Stop it. Stop. Ew, the both of you.
And there goes our
God.
entire viewer base,
Oh.
or listening
But we
base.
found a new one.
Viewer base.
Eventually. We'll get there. We'll
Yeah.
get there.
Yeah, but I really liked Friends. I don't think they ever really get old, which is fun. Like, I still laugh at all of the jokes. And the last episode made me cry. And I feel like with a series of TV shows, if the last episode ever makes you very emotional, then it was a legitimately good show.
I mean, Hannibal did that to me, but that's only because they canceled it.
Yeah.
That counts.
It counts.
That counts.
It's like, what's it call it? Crap, I can't think of the name.
Good job. Good
Good
job.
Grimm.
Mm.
Yeah, if you ever watched that, it's this season, the series finale was horrible. But they could have done so better, but it was just canceled.
Well, you also have to watch out for shows that end and then they keep going. You know what I mean? Like Scrubs did that. Like it was a perfect ending with
Yeah,
whatever
it was a-
season
it
that
was.
was.
Well,
And
they,
then
they meant to like start a new series.
but that wasn't going to work.
It fucking failed.
Yeah, you have to end where you're going to end.
And
Right.
Supernatural.
I've
Supernatural will
never
never end.
Season 5
Should
is
have
when
ended
it
at
should have
season
ended.
5, right.
How do you top the apocalypse? Spoiler alert if you haven't seen it yet.
No, fuck you. No spoilers. The
No.
show's been on for 30 years.
Okay, so what? It's still, people might not have seen it. stop after season 5, season 6. It gets fucking weird.
Yeah.
I have like half the season on my DVR, and I have no desire to watch it.
Then get it off your DVR.
I want to watch it, but I have like, no desire to watch it. Well, because I've tuned in for every other season, so I might as well just like follow it to the end.
Well, you're gonna be following for a while.
I know.
As long as they're alive in
They're
real
gonna
life.
keep doing it.
Good for them that they still have a job, but like Jesus Christ, just stop.
See, I think Dexter stopped at a good place.
Well, it's because it had a finite end.
Which was garbage.
Yeah,
I
that show was
liked
shit
the
to
ending.
begin
It
with.
made sense. No, it was not. It was fun.
It was good with John Lithgow, but then after that,
John
it
Lithgow was
wasn't
great.
interesting.
I've never seen Dexter.
Yeah,
You
after
only
that
need to
season.
watch the John Lithgow season, where he's the Trinity killer.
Yeah.
That's what.
He's fucking terrifying too. Like he's like an abusive father.
Because people don't realize he's an actually really good actor.
Yeah. Like
I
I
don't know
was
who this guy
legitimately
is.
afraid of him because he looks like such a nice guy, and like I
Right.
know him as a nice
Yeah.
guy.
Did you ever see Third Rock from the Sun?
No.
Okay, fuck. I don't know.
I'm looking him up.
Everything I know. 'Cause
Yeah, he was in How I Met Your Mother for a split second. He was Barney's dad, real dad.
Everybody was in How I Met Your Mother for a split second.
All right, well he was.
Katy Perry was in that.
Oh,
she?
honey. Yeah,
Was
she
she?
played
Yeah.
Honey.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was dumb. Britney Spears was in that too, and she was dumb. But that was the point. That was the
Such a theme.
character.
Such a theme.
I liked How I Met Your Mother.
Oh.
Yeah, that guy.
He was in the first the
Yeah.
continuation. Oh my god, the prequel to
Oh, Planet of the Apes.
with
he was
John
Franco's
Franco.
dad.
Yeah, with Alzheimer's.
Yeah, he was Franco's dad.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I like him. All right,
Yeah.
I see what you're talking. I think I watched this with Abby.
Yeah.
When I watched the season.
Yeah,
Or at
so
least an
it was a
episode.
good season, and after that they did kind of mess up a little bit. But then when they made the sister find out about everything, that was really good, and she kind of went off the fucking deep end.
No, then she got obnoxious.
No.
I always felt she was obnoxious just to begin with.
I agree.
She got worse because then she had this power over Dexter.
Oh, I kind of remember that.
Yeah, but then she like stopped being a cop, and she like did drugs and all
Started
this
being
and
a
that.
cunt.
She started being the hooker that she started out infiltrating. Remember, like the first season?
Yeah.
She started.
The first season was great.
I watched an episode of that,
was
and
really
it's
good.
pretty decent. I like the opening. I love that opening sequence.
It was so long. It was
Yeah.
so long. But it was like his morning routine, and like that was key to him was a routine. And I just like the way that he killed people.
yeah.
So-
It was like a ritual almost.
Yeah.
It was like very ritualistic.
Speaking of ritual killings,
Oh god.
Hannibal.
Oh yeah.
I
So-
have not seen Hannibal.
You
It's
should
so-
give it a shot. You don't
it's
actually
good.
see him eat people, but it's heavily implied that the meals he's creating are people.
Yeah.
It could be a cooking show.
It is the most perfect combination of food porn and murder porn
It's
ever.
and then there's good story behind it too.
There's fantastic story behind it. The way they tackle Red Dragon in the final season is awesome.
It's a damn shame it got canceled.
Season 4 would have been Silence of the Lambs.
Oh,
I
would've
would have loved to have seen them tackle that.
I didn't watch it in complete. You know, the entire. I still need to watch it.
It's so good.
But
Oh, God.
I jumped on the bandwagon when I started dating Abby,
Yeah.
and she was completely into it, and I'm like, this is actually a really good
It was
like
on
crime
NBC.
show.
Well, do you see a lot of the killing?
No,
Because it was
Oh.
on NBC.
yeah.
Well,
So there's limitation, but you see the aftermath and how some of the murders were set up.
but the limitations
Alright.
just make it better.
Yeah.
Because
'Cause-
they play with
Ugh.
a lot of implication and a lot of innuendo really well.
Yeah, and it's so good.
But at the same time, it's still insanely violent.
Yeah, you still get it's like you still have that like terror almost.
I do
No,
like
it
that.
gets viscerally violent.
Yeah,
Because at one point, Hannibal just slits a girl's throat on screen.
That's fun.
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be such a bad way to go.
It's horrible.
Ugh.
yeah.
Well, no,
it's-
as
it's-
ways goes, it's not a bad way to go because it's real fucking quick.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it just like right in here just seems so uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, but it'll be over real quick because
guess.
it's just spurting blood. Like, no, a gut wound is worse. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's a slow bleed.
Right.
Yeah, and you can actually survive that. You can survive this too, but it's
Yeah.
much more difficult.
Yeah.
But yeah, watch Hannibal. So goddamn good.
It's
I'll
worth it.
consider it. I'll
I
consider
have it all. I'll lend it to you.
I might want to borrow it.
Maybe after I read your book. It's probably not going to happen. Did we talk about this on this one or the fake one?
What's that?
The fact that I'm not reading your book.
On this one.
Oh, okay, I
Jesus
can't remember.
Christ. She's actually existing in 2 different dimensions right now?
Yeah, obviously. But, okay, so How I Met Your Mother, that was on for like 10, maybe 8 seasons or something like that. You never saw it?
It's
Did
good.
you like it?
I loved it.
Yeah.
It was
It
fun.
didn't look interesting.
I liked it a lot. Obviously, we're going to be talking about a lot of fucking spoilers because we're talking about TV shows that have been on for a
It's
while.
weird. Like, isn't Bob Saget supposed to be the guy?
Bob Saget
Saget's
is
not
the
in it.
voice.
Yeah, he's the voice
he's
of...
like the guy. He's like the main character.
He's the voice of the main character.
He's
when
Ted
he
Mosby.
talks over, like when he tells the story.
Ew, the main character's name's Ted.
Yeah.
Gross.
It's
Mosby.
Theodore.
Mostly.
It's for Theodore.
That's like that's an awful name.
Well, his friend's name is Barney.
Yeah, it's
That's fine.
Stenson.
That's the worst. That's
fine.
a purple dinosaur.
That's more.
Which-
It's more acceptable than Ted.
I was in a Barney movie. I was. Didn't I ever tell you that story?
Did you?
Yeah.
No,
If
I
not, I'm going
haven't
to tell
heard
it
it.
real quick because it's just a little side thing. I was in a Barney movie.
Do you have an
And-
IMDb page?
No,
Then
I
you
was
should
only
probably make
I was
one.
only a kid. Okay, but it's not like it was real, but I'm pretending it was real. So they had
So wait, were you or weren't you?
No, I
She's
was.
living in
Listen.
another dimension again.
Listen. I was like 5 years old, and Barney came out with like this happy birthday thing where you could put your child's face
Oh, so it doesn't
into.
No, this does not count.
Hold on, hold on. You could put your kid's face into the movie, and it was a very gender neutral outfit that you were in. And Barney, like, and your name was in there and everything, and Barney sang happy birthday to you, and like you had this whole party with him, and I was in a Barney movie. Fuck you. Okay.
It doesn't really count.
Yes, it does, guys. Come on, this is my one shot at being a star. Let me be in this movie.
This could be your second shot, because technically you're supplanting yourself into another type of media.
Like
Yeah.
you didn't.
Better
you
than
weren't,
Barney.
like,
My face was
cast
in
or
there.
Audition.
My face was in there.
You don't have
My
a- you
face
don't have
was
a-
in
a
there.
credit
My
in it?
face was in there. I will continue to say it.
My face has been in a lot of things. That doesn't make me a star.
It makes me a star.
I was on TV.
It at least makes me in a Barney movie, okay?
I was legitimately on TV.
Like his sister
Yeah.
was an extra in Avatar. That's a thing.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
she
that
got
is a
screen
thing.
time and everything.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why I
Okay.
watched that movie.
You know what, guys?
Piece of
I
shit
was really
movie.
happy about this, and you guys are just making me
Just
feel
tearing
bad.
you down.
I really loved Barney when I was a kid, so let's just move on. Let's go back to How I Met Your Mother.
I'm bothered by the fact that his best friend's name was BJ.
It's a children's show.
Was it?
Yes. It's a children's show.
You gotta have some low-key jokes for the parents that have to
God.
watch it.
What was the girl's name? Was that like
Ho?
Baby Bop or something?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Baby Bop.
Baby Bop.
Yeah.
Okay, that's right.
I thought it was just Ho.
No. She was cute. I liked her. She was a...
Yellow dinosaur. Right?
No, that was
No,
BJ.
that was BJ. BJ
She
was
was
yellow.
green with like pink spots, I think. And she had like a tutu.
What? Dave just gave me a very knowing look. What connection does BJ and being yellow have?
None.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
If anything, like, oh, it's funny because he's blue and like blue balls. No.
Ha, no.
I don't.
Blue dinosaurs? Psh, no way.
I have a friend whose mother does not believe in dinosaurs.
But they happen.
Right, they happen, but she is thoroughly convinced that dinosaurs are fake. Like, she went to go see the Jurassic World movies, and she said, "Oh, these are great. These are a lot of
They
fun.
are great.
But it's a shame that dinosaurs didn't happen."
It's a shame they didn't happen. No, they
I mean-
didn't happen. Just like how evolution didn't happen, and just like how me being on the Barney movie didn't happen.
Well, if we're gonna go along those lines, then I guess evolution didn't happen.
Oh my god. But Dave, I wanted to ask you, how did you like the ending to How I Met Your Mother?
I felt it was cheap, but I called
did
it
he
from
e-
make
the
the
end, from the beginning.
Because I've heard that a lot, that the ending was cheap, and I liked because he eventually, after like 10 fucking years, meets the mother of his children, but he only gets to spend like what, 16 years with her or something
Yeah,
like that,
'cause
like not a
only-
long time,
Yeah,
because she dies. Dun dun dun.
Hang on. Not
Yeah.
a long time. He only spends 16 years with
okay,
her.
16
Well,
years
yeah.
is like a lifetime for a kid.
That's still a pretty good chunk of time.
But he ends
he
up with
doesn't get to
Robin
spend the
at
rest
the
of he doesn't get to spend the rest of his life with her, but he gets the kids that he wanted that Robin didn't want, and then he gets to be with Robin, and he
It's
goes up to her the same way that he did in the first episode.
yeah, it's almost like they wrote the first episode and the last episode the same day, and they just wanted to see how long they can just
Drag
drag
it
it
out.
out.
Wasn't what the fuck's his name?
Hmm.
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.
He's in that, isn't he?
What the hell's his name?
Marshall.
Jason Segel.
Yeah.
It's
He's
literally
But his
it's
name
Marshall.
is Marshall
He's
in the show. Yeah, he was great. The worst character on that show that was Lily,
Yeah.
and I will defend that to the fucking end. She was the worst.
I wasn't a fan. She was cute, but
No.
that's about it.
So, okay, Casey, since you don't know,
There's a lot of things I don't know.
Lily was the worst because
Who played her?
she...
Was that the redhead?
Yeah,
yeah.
redhead
She
from
was on
American
Buffy.
Pie. Buffy,
Yeah.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She was on Buffy. And yeah, I
American
will
Pie.
attest that she's usually the worst thing in anything.
She's also
Yeah.
the host of the Penn and Teller show now, too.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
gross.
That's
Yeah,
right.
she's
I
not great.
remember
So, like,
that.
no reason to watch it now.
Yeah, I only watch for the magicians at this point.
Well, she left Marshall. Like, they've been together for so long, and they were great and whatever. And then he proposed to her, they got engaged, and she left him. And that was
Because
like...
he proposed?
No, because
Oh.
she wanted to, like, live out her dream and be an artist in, like, Paris and that kind of stuff. So that
That's not how
didn't
that
happen. And so she came back, he took her back and all that. Okay, fine. That's strike one.
That's strike one.
Strike
God.
two.
That's a lot of
Huge strike.
When she had her first child with Marshall, she was, like, talking to Ted and trying to make him feel better. And she was like, listen, you're not the worst person ever because I am, because I wish I wasn't a mom sometimes. And I was like, how the fuck can you say that? Like, what is the matter with you? Like, I get it, you know, motherhood can be hard, apparently. But, like, I would never want to hear a mom say, oh, I wish I wasn't a mom.
That sounds awful.
Yeah, like, that's just really mean. Strike two. Strike three
Oh, Jesus.
is that when Robin got married, Lily was the maid of honor, but she brought her own fucking wedding dress to her best friend's wedding so that she could get more wedding pictures done of Lily instead of Robin. Like, that's so fucking selfish. Can you imagine if I did that to my sister? Oh my god.
I feel like you
hell
would, though,
raise.
just to kind of, like,
Spite.
yeah.
No, I'm
just
very
to piss 'em
passive
off.
aggressive when it comes to dealing with my family. But yeah, so
And
that's like the
with
main
most
things
people.
that I hate. Oh, also, she
shit.
had sorry. She had a shit ton of credit card debt that she never told her husband about, and she was like a shopaholic and didn't
Oh, so
get
that
help
became
for it.
his debt.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
And she didn't tell him until they bought a house they couldn't really afford.
Because she had no credit.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
And then there was a whole thing where they had planned to go to Italy for a year. They were going to live there for a year, and then they were going to come back. And Marshall was offered to take a job as a judge, which was like his dream.
Yeah.
And so he was like, oh, I don't know if I
He
can.
was a lawyer, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was a
And,
lawyer for an environmental
Yeah.
firm.
Yeah, so
okay.
he took the job because it was like, we need an answer now. And he couldn't talk to her at the time. So he took the job,
Mhm.
and she was like, we have to go to Italy, we have to go to Italy, we have to go. And,
Yeah, like, fuck it, like,
well, I can understand the issue between that. But the whole thing was, like, she had to go because she was having another baby. And so, like, she wanted to live out her dream because she didn't think she was going to live out her dream now that she's going to have a second kid. But, like, that's a bad reason
it's a
for
very
it.
bad reason.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
a
This
horrible
This just sounds
reason.
like bad writing.
And then she denies her husband his dream job.
Stretching it out.
It just,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
There-
I
there
didn't
are
like
moments.
Lily.
It sounds like really bad writing.
She just wasn't a good.
Well-
She wasn't a good character.
But that was the point.
She was the worst
She wasn't a
character.
good character.
In the event that I ever watch Friends, is this what Friends is like?
No,
Where it's just,
no,
like,
no, no,
stretched
no.
out shitty plots that make no sense.
I mean, kinda.
No.
A little. I watched it when I was really young with my mom.
I think I
But-
watched it at some point, but I couldn't tell you fuck
It's-
all about it.
Well,
It's-
it depends on the characters
There's
and
a,
then their
there's an
backstories and
overarching
stuff.
there's an overarching linear story with Friends for the most part. It's not just a situation episode and then that's it. It's kind of resolved. There's relationships that overarch, and they're like a big plot.
And they're like a ball of hamsters. They all kind of sleep with each other.
Kind of.
Rachel
yeah.
does at least, yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's what I didn't like. Like, she was with Ross, and then she was with Joey, and then she was with Ross again. And Ross is like the worst character on that show.
I've heard this a lot,
Yeah.
and this concerns me because my sister refers to the two of us as Ross and Monica
I could
because
see
they're
that.
siblings, and that this concerns me because Ross is like unanimously despised.
I kind of like Ross.
I mean, he's the worst character on that show, but he's not like a terrible, terrible person. He's
No,
just
he's
the
just-
least likable
he's just-
out of the characters.
Weird.
Still, okay, that
But
doesn't
he's-
sell it. That doesn't make me feel any better.
He's really smart. He's a doctor. So you got to give him credit there. He is a doctor.
Of what?
Paleontology, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So he doesn't have a job.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
He works
I
in a
mean-
museum, and then he teaches.
Okay.
I love it how you're like, he doesn't have a job. Well,
Plus dinosaurs. You guys are dinosaurs together. That's a really weird way.
We just are dinosaurs.
Well, paleontology, you know, like he was obsessed with dinosaurs. You like dinosaurs. They do exist. They did exist. So there you go. So there, that's how
unlike
you're
Missy
like Ross.
inside that Barney movie.
Hey! I was in the movie. I have it to this day.
It's less of a movie, more of a music video.
You know what? My mom would defend me on this. Just saying. She put my picture in there.
She paid.
She paid for it. Yeah. But
In the movie biz, that's a little bit different.
Oh, it's nepotism.
It is.
going back to Ross, he gets married a couple times and gets divorced a couple times, and it's like, that's a little too much for me. The first time wasn't his fault because he got married to a secret lesbian, a closeted lesbian, and she came out later.
90s was a really weird time.
Yeah, but, you know, that was okay. That wasn't his fault. Then he got married to the English girl, right?
Yeah.
Emily.
Or something
And
like that.
he said the wrong name at the wedding. He said Rachel's name instead because he had like a childhood crush on Rachel.
Oh.
So that was pretty fucked up.
Back to the hamster thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so then they got divorced, and then he married Rachel when they were drunk in Vegas, and then she wanted a divorce because it wasn't real, and he was like, nope, I'm going to stay married to you. And it's like, you can't do that.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah, and then he has a kid with his first wife.
The
The
secret lesbian, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but it wasn't done naturally, right? Like,
No,
they okay.
in vitro or
In
whatever.
vitro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he had a kid with Rachel on another drunken night. But he's there for everybody, I
He seems
think.
like he's...
He was there at the birth of the first kid.
Wasn't he there for... He was with Rachel for the birth of their child. He was stuck in the ceiling
Yeah.
or in a room for the birth of his son.
That's an
Yeah,
entire
he
thing.
like got locked in a closet or
But
something.
Phoebe was there, wasn't she? Or was she stuck in the
Yeah.
closet too?
She was, and she had a guitar and she was singing
Yeah.
about it.
And
Phoebe
they were
was
trying
great.
to get out. Phoebe was awesome.
Phoebe was a really good character. Monica was also a really good character at time in the beginning, at least she was, and Chandler was awesome.
I think Joey's the real worst.
Why?
He's so bad.
He's such a kid.
He's a kid.
Yeah.
He came off as like just not okay to me.
No, he
Isn't
came off
isn't he
being
like a frat boy type?
Yeah, he
Or
came
he's-
off creepy.
He's like
Yeah.
an actor?
Yeah, he's the actor.
Okay. Because I remember there was
He was
like the spin-off.
Yeah, he was on a soap opera.
Yeah. Well, no, there's like a spin-off show after Friends ended where it was just
Oh.
him in L.A. How the
Oh,
fuck do I
Really?
know
watch
this?
that.
Like what?
How the
don't
fuck
know.
do I know this? Jesus Christ.
I don't know. But
But none of this sounds good. I don't think I'm going to watch Friends.
it was legitimately funny at times.
It had its moments.
I
Okay.
do like the relationships between mostly everybody. But, I mean, I'm just kind of done with it because I've seen all the episodes so many times.
Stop watching.
Well, it's always on. Like, Friends is a show that is literally always
Yeah,
on
it's
TV
like
somewhere.
It's like Full House.
Isn't it all on Netflix though? Because there's like
I think so.
there's like that whole thing like, oh my god, Friends is leaving Netflix.
Yeah.
Everybody unsubscribe.
Yeah, and
Um,
Netflix came out and said, "Yeah, no, we're keeping it because they like money."
That's true.
But yeah, Friends was
They will
like
fucking
Full
throw money
House.
at anything.
The new Avatar series.
I don't know about that, man.
I have high hopes, like I did with the
It couldn't-
movie.
Couldn't be any worse than the movie.
I heard that song on the way over here.
I heard you coming.
No, you didn't. No, you did. He literally gives me shit all the time because when I come over here, my music is apparently too loud, and he
He's
can
an
hear
old
me.
man.
Yeah, but I'm also deaf, so I have to have it loud.
I am an old man, which is.
You are. You're 31.
Were you not aware of the fact that I was an old man? You got the text when there was a party next door, and I was very
Yeah,
Oh,
the
God,
angry
yeah.
about that.
Turn
old,
that music
deaf,
down.
and dumb.
That works. I asked my mom the other day if I could get a hearing aid because I think it's getting so much worse, and
What?
it's going to be terrible for teaching because the kids I'm not going to be able to hear the kids. And she was like, "You can't get a hearing aid because your brain, because it literally just doesn't work at all. So your brain isn't going to be able to register it and figure it out." And I was like, "But they have new technology,
But old people have
like,
them.
right?" So I don't really, but that's like hearing loss. This is completely dead. So I'm not sure. But I want to talk to somebody and possibly get a hearing aid. And then I was thinking about it last night, and I was like, oh my god, what is it going to be like to hear people on this side of me. It was like super weird. It was creeping me out.
You'll be able to give out twice the amount of advice.
Oh my god!
You'll be able to talk to 2 people at once.
That's bizarre to me. Like, we had to do some kind of, like, building exercise in some class, and somebody was on this side and somebody was on this side of me. And I tried to tell the teacher, hey, I can't do this because I can't hear out of this ear. But the whole thing was they were both going to talk to you about different things, and you had to listen to both of them. And I couldn't fucking do it.
You know
it
what
was
you
so
should have
hard.
done? You should have just spun in a circle.
But she can't turn left.
That was a good thing you're not a NASCAR driver.
Oh, God, yeah.
So you would just have to watch what we say around you then.
What?
What?
Nah, you guys are so funny. I have never heard that joke before.
We're horrible.
I've never heard that joke before.
You've never heard anything.
I know. I hear everything. Yeah, so what show did I just finish watching? Oh, I just finished watching Stranger Things.
Immensely overrated.
Oh.
I only watched the first season. I thought it was pretty good.
I liked it.
First season's pretty good. But once second season comes around and you're a couple episodes into the second season, you realize they blew their load on ideas in the first season.
I don't agree.
I haven't seen the second. I can't comment. I need to see it though.
Well,
I hear it's better than the first in a lot of ways.
How did you feel about Barb?
Whatever.
Okay.
Whatever.
Because people lost their fucking minds about Barb.
I
loved
Like,
it.
oh, justice for Barb.
I loved it.
No, she
I
was
so
in like
happy.
2 episodes. Who the
Yeah.
fuck cares? Like, I'm sorry, but I don't care. Her whole, like when she was in the swimming pool in the Upside Down, I thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah.
Because that was like our first glimpse into the Upside
People
Down.
were just like, oh, she got killed off and she was like the only good friend.
She was a great
Nancy
human
had.
sacrifice. She was a great human sacrifice
Yeah.
to see
Yeah.
the Upside Down.
Yeah, because there's,
Right.
there's always that first
Yeah.
sacrifice in a horror
Yeah.
movie.
And it had to be Barb.
I
Had to be the virgin.
I just saw her in something. I just
You saw
her
Barb in something?
in a movie, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, good for her. She was in 2 episodes of a really successful Netflix show, and she's already getting movie deals.
Wish Upon.
What?
Never heard of
Never
that.
heard of it.
Yeah, hysterical. One of the funniest fucking movies I've ever seen.
God.
Like this girl gets a ancient Chinese music box and it grants wishes, but there's a cost,
Yeah.
and it's hysterical just because it's so bad.
That sounds fun.
It's oh my goodness.
I wrote it down, so.
Okay, good.
Good boy.
But I really like Winona Ryder in it. She's
she's great.
awesome.
Oh, yeah.
She's great.
She's so good in it.
And
She's such a great actress.
David Harbour, he's great.
Which one's that?
He was the cop.
Yeah.
Oh, Hopper?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
He's gonna be the new Hellboy, which
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Yeah, he
over
is.
Hellboy.
I'm ambivalent about it.
I
I'm
still have to watch
excited.
Horns. I don't know why that really reminded me of that, but
It's
I want to
because
watch
Hellboy
Horns.
has horns.
Yes.
I
Horns
guess,
is great.
but-
Horns is great. The book is
Yeah.
great. The movie's great.
That's right, it is a book. You tell me that every time, and I always
Mhm.
forget.
It's
Yeah,
your
that's
boy,
You just-
Stephen King's son.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's Harry Potter. But I had thought that it was really overhyped too, and I wasn't
What's
really Stranger Things, and
Yeah.
I wasn't really looking forward to it. And then I watched the first one. I was like, "This is great.
that?
I'm going to continue with this."
Like I said, the first season's really good,
Yeah.
but then the second season rolls around and like nothing happens.
The second season was fine. I wish that they had shown more about what they do to them in the institution. Which sounds really terrible, like I want to see children being tortured. That's not what this is. But like, I just wanted a better glimpse into...
What happened to
What-
11?
I mean, there's season
Yeah.
3 still to come, so.
This is true. It's
They
supposed to come out soon,
postponed
right?
And then I'm
No, they
sure
postponed
they'll
it.
milk it for like a prequel series.
Wait,
Oh,
wh-
yeah.
wait, what do you mean they milked it? Or
no,
not
they-
that? Did you say that? Fuck.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you mean, when's it coming out? thought it was
I don't
early
know, but
January.
I heard that they postponed it.
Season 3?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
I heard they pushed it back.
Make it good.
What?
Make it better.
But I
Yeah.
just finished watching it. I want to watch the rest.
Well, I mean,
See,
in
this
the
is the
meantime,
problem with
It's,
TV
it's,
shows.
it's what they did with Game of Thrones. Like they
Yeah.
kept-
Fuck
which-
that show.
Which I rewatched some of the show the other day because they're doing marathons of it.
yeah.
And last night a really great episode was on, and I'm watching this, and it has tight writing, the music's great, the atmosphere, every shot is so well done, and I'm just so worried about the final season.
I think they're gonna do all right. I haven't watched it either, but
Did you watch season 7?
I haven't watched. I've gotten 20 minutes into the first episode and gave up.
Season 7 is a shit show narrative wise because they cut so many corners because they cut down the number of episodes.
And also, that book just doesn't exist.
Right. So that's a whole other thing. But my main concern is season 8. They're going to, again, cut more corners narratively, and they're just going to sacrifice everything in the idea of fan service.
It's all
That's
for money.
Yeah, at that
Everything's all
point, it's
for
for
money.
money.
It's not even for money. It's just to get that nut off so they can move on to other Game of Thrones related projects.
Yeah.
Because George Martin is just going to constantly tease and tease and tease about the sixth book.
It's never gonna come out.
See, the only thing that I ever
That's a
like
series you
thought
shouldn't read.
about Game of
Oh
Thrones
god.
was the song where it's like,
Yeah, the music's
okay.
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, but I didn't know that song before I saw it on South Park.
Mhm.
And then they're like, wiener,
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 wiener.
wiener.
Dixon Wieners. Yeah.
Soft wiener next to
good.
one another wiener.
Wiener,
So like every
wiener.
time I think of Game of Thrones, I think of
I
soft
mean,
wieners next to
That
each
is
other.
literally Game of Thrones.
That is
so
Game of Thrones. There's a lot of dicks in that
There's
show.
a lot of dicks.
Yeah.
There's a lot of incest.
Well, now hang on. See, I don't like the incest part, but do they actually show a penis?
They show dicks.
Yeah,
They
it's-
show.
Really?
They don't show hard dick, because like
Okay.
they said on South Park, a hard dick is threatening.
yes.
It is.
So there's a lot of flops.
Okay, but that makes me feel better because they always show a naked woman.
They
And
show
they
they show
never-
infinitely more dick than Bush.
That makes me really happy. That's
I
a quality.
Like
right
the
there.
dick to Bush ratio is heavily in favor of dick.
Okay. I'm still
Yeah.
not gonna watch it because there's so much of it, like of the show, that it's just such a task.
Yeah,
me to
that's
watch
understandable at this point. Like it's something you'll get to eventually,
Yeah.
but the music's amazing. The composer is one of my favorites.
Who is it?
Ramin Djawadi.
Oh, okay.
He did. He does a lot of Guillermo del Toro stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't do Crimson Peak, which I was fine with because that music's still really good. But he
Yeah.
did like Pacific Rim.
Pacific Rim
and
Did
what's
he
the
do Pan?
other-
Pan's Labyrinth, yeah.
Maybe I don't
I
remember.
don't
that.
remember. Did he do the trilogy?
No.
No, he didn't do the trilogy.
I'm trying to think of other shows that I watched.
How about The Magicians?
I've never seen that.
You should.
Oh, it's so good.
That's
It
like
is
Dave's favorite.
ridiculously
It's
good.
so goddamn good.
It's the
I
best.
love it.
I think it's the best TV on right now.
Yeah,
Personally,
I think that's easy to say.
yeah.
Well, tell us about it because I don't know about it.
It's hard to describe.
It starts out with a very novel concept of this guy getting accepted into magic school,
Okay.
but then once he gets into magic school, he gets thrown into this world that he thought was imaginary because he's a fanboy of this very Narnia-like world, but he finds out it's all very real and all very fucked up.
Oh.
Mhm.
Yes,
And that's
Okay.
just the tip of the iceberg.
just the tip.
That's
Just
just
the
the
tip.
tip.
It's one of the wildest, most inventive series I've come across in a long time. And the
And-
show is not only kind of very positive and embracing and welcoming to all manner and
Mhm.
all
Well,
types
that's
of fans.
nice. I like
It's
that.
awesome.
It's very sex positive. It's very aware of
The world
the
around
message it's trying to
Yeah.
communicate.
Huh,
and-
you're selling me on this.
and it's also one of the most honest and accurate, I would even say, adaptations of a novel.
Yes.
And it
That's
doesn't just
hard to
take the
do.
plot.
Season 3 just popped up on Netflix.
Yeah, you should definitely watch it.
Well, is season 1
1,
there as
2,
well?
and
Yeah.
3 are all
Okay,
on
then
there.
yeah, maybe I'll do that one. You'll have to remind me because I forget everything.
You do.
But
I would recommend the books. I love the books. Dave
The
and I
books.
both love the books.
okay.
They're great, but holy shit, they're kind of boring.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
maybe I'll
it's
just do the
almost on
show.
purpose.
Yeah, they're super well written, and he goes into such great detail describing everything.
Yeah,
But sometimes he gets a little ahead of himself and he gets too in depth.
yeah.
Okay.
But you feel like you connect with these characters on like
And
a very weird level,
Yeah.
like a different
I like
level than
that.
you would
yeah,
anything else.
Like I am Quentin.
Yeah, you are.
Hmm.
You are.
All right.
You kind of remind me of what's her face?
Jules.
No, not Jules. I can't remember the blonde.
I like blondes.
Oh my god, I'm forgetting her name too.
Well.
Alice.
Alice.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love that name. That's one of my favorite names.
Perfect. You remind me of her
Why?
because she is know-it-all
Oh.
and has to be a perfectionist.
Okay.
Everything is her way or the highway.
Oh, fuck.
And currently, she's my least favorite character in the TV show.
God damn
but
it,
for,
Dave! I thought this was gonna be a good thing.
for a good reason, because she did the right thing.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah,
hate
do
her
the
for
right
it,
things.
but she did the right thing at the end of the day. I mean,
And my one celebrity crush is on that show. Stella Maeve.
Julia.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, it sounds like a good show.
It's a good show. It's also very mental health positive too.
Super.
It
I mean, yeah.
it has a huge theme. Like magic is definitely like an analogy for something,
Mhm.
and like depression or
Well,
anxiety.
they pretty much link magic to a lot of mental illnesses.
Yeah,
That's
like
interesting.
if you can't do it unless you have something.
like the right frame of mind,
Oh.
or
Yeah.
just like the right things not connecting, and lets you do magic.
Yeah.
So wait, if you have a mental illness, then you can do magic?
No, but
Not
Okay,
necessarily.
so I was gonna say that's not a very good
They
message.
kind of like
No.
liken it to. Well, it's not even like all mental illnesses are awful, but it's like look what you can do.
There,
Yeah.
this
when
is
you don't-
a
when
Like,
you
turn
don't
it
have-
around.
Yeah, when you don't have the normal frame of mind,
Okay.
Yeah.
you're capable of so much other things.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I like that.
and it kind of, in the beginning it kind of presents itself as like a solution to the problem.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's more or less gasoline to the
It
problem.
adds to the problem
It just makes things worse
because it'll blind you to some things.
Yeah. It's
and it leads to obsession.
yeah, it's definitely like an obsession because of the perfectionism. Because all the characters in
Well-
there are like A students all the way through.
They're also all A types,
Yeah,
A personalities.
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
A positive.
HIV positive.
I wasn't gonna say it, but I love that joke.
I'm probably
shouldn't
O
love it,
positive, so I.
Do you not know your blood type?
No, I know it. Both my parents have the same thing, so
Oh,
I'm
what are you?
assuming. I think I'm O positive.
Oh.
I should probably donate blood.
I'm O negative, so I should really donate blood.
Yeah, I might be
I
O
had
negative.
I did a blood drive once to get out of class in high school, and they gave me the card, but I don't remember what it was.
Did you get a cookie?
No.
Normally you get a cookie.
No, I had a job interview afterwards, so I didn't get a cookie.
Oh,
Oh damn!
damn.
So I had to give blood and then run right the fuck out.
Ugh.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever given blood, which I really should, because everybody can use my blood.
Yeah,
but then
same
they'll
here.
never leave me alone. Like, they'll constantly contact me and be like, hey, give us more of
That's
your
what they do
blood.
to my parents.
Yeah.
Just mail them tampons.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god!
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Okay. So what about...
So you should totally watch and read The Magicians, but I suggest reading The Magicians first.
I'm probably not gonna
No,
do that, but I'll watch.
I say watch it first.
I suggest reading it first
I
because
say watch it first because Lev Grossman doesn't know how to properly describe a character.
exactly.
So I'll do it at the same time.
No,
No, the show is completely fucked up in the sense that it doesn't follow the books at all.
here's what I recommend then. Watch season 1, read book 1.
I'm not gonna do that.
Then fuck off.
I'm just gonna watch the show. I'm not gonna read it.
Then watch the show. I recommend
Okay.
watching
Yeah,
the
we'll
show.
watch the
honestly,
show.
it's one or the other.
Yeah.
If it's one or the other, watch the show. The show is
Just be aware
miles
of it.
better.
Be aware of it in some aspect, please.
Yeah, it's
What do you mean?
the books,
Or just the series.
the series.
Be
is
aware
so
of,
good.
of the show because it deserves attention because it's so good.
Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Disgusting. Stay home.
Oh, I am sick. A little bit.
Oh my god.
All right, so yes, I will watch The Magicians. I'll try it. What about American Horror Story?
So good. Super good.
Okay.
Apocalypse was so good.
The first
Apocalypse
like
was
5
not good.
seasons were
Apocalypse
okay.
was so good. I
The
enjoyed
first
it.
4 seasons.
4 seasons.
were
That was
awesome.
Circus,
No.
right?
Yeah, Freakshow was the
Freakshow.
fourth one.
Garbage.
It was
Everybody says
great.
that. I,
I
really
loved
liked
it.
Freakshow.
Freakshow was one of the worst.
It
That was the
reminded
first
me-
one I saw, though, so I might be a little
I'm
biased.
sorry.
It reminds me
I
of
liked
the like a living Mutter museum.
Right, that's what a freak show is.
Yeah,
And
it's great.
Dave.
I'm just saying, like it reminded me of that.
Well, I had no idea what I was getting into with this show, and like one of the first
Did you watch all of them?
scenes that will, in the beginning, the Freakshow was my first season,
Have you watched them all?
except
all the-
Hotel, because I got way too
Oh.
confused because everybody
Hotel, I
looked
don't-
the
I
same.
enjoyed Hotel.
I hated Hotel.
I enjoyed
Everybody looked exactly the same. I couldn't tell who was who.
Yeah, I was
the
saying,
names
even-
were not said as much.
Even Lady Gaga, I couldn't
She was
like.
so good.
I couldn't get past
I
it.
loved her.
She was Lady Gaga. She wasn't
Right.
a vampiress.
Right.
I think there was
That's
just
all I
too
saw.
much sex
that's
in
all I
that
saw.
one,
There's
which
a lot of sex in that one.
I don't really
A lot of
mind that
blood
too
sex.
much. But
Yeah.
yeah, eventually
my
it
favorite.
got to be too much. Where it's like, all right, enough having sex. Like, just do something else, please. And
They're
like,
in a hotel. What
That's-
else are they going to
That's
do?
literally all you do in
Oh,
hotels.
Right. They're trapped
I mean,
in that
I'm not
hotel for
denying it.
eternity.
It's either that or cocaine. So
oh
They
my
did that
god.
too.
yeah, they did.
That too.
Well, I didn't really like Sarah Paulson in that one at first, and I
Oh, the
really
crackhead.
like her in everything. So
She's
To not-
terrible in Bird Box.
she was in it for a split second.
She was the best in Bird Box. Best performance.
She was in it for a
2018.
second.
Bird Box.
Oh my god. We'll talk about
Go
that in a
Birds.
second. But with Freakshow, I did not know what I was getting into, and then like one of the first scenes is Evan Peters with the lobster hands, like going to
Going to town.
yeah,
In his Tupperware parties.
yeah, the Tupperware parties,
Which
right?
They gave up on doing that way too soon.
I was very uncomfortable with it, and I was like, okay,
Like-
this is the type of atmosphere that this show is
I
going to
wanted
have.
to see more of that. More of the freaks interacting with
With
people.
people?
Yeah.
Not that they're not people.
not.
Like, oh my god.
They're not. They're monsters.
The fucking, like, snuff videos, though, scared me.
Snuff videos.
Yeah.
What's not? Wait, what?
I don't remember that.
I forget exactly what it was. I think it was in Freakshow. It was...
Oh,
Are you sure?
Like,
where they,
like Jessica Lange's backstory?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that
I'm fine with
terrified
it.
me.
I like snuff. That's fine.
I was scared of that. I didn't like it at all. But I really liked
KFC's not
Freakshow.
food, Dave.
But it's calories.
We have the TV on in the background for those of you who don't know what we're doing.
So I was screamed at for not being allowed to play video games.
Thank fucking God for that!
Oh, you peeked there.
Did I? I did look at that. No, okay, so my whole issue is that he, in the past 2 podcasts that we have, because I was re-listening to them just to take notes, was that he would make all of these comments about his fucking video games, and literally nobody would understand it. It was like so fucking pointless. In case I love you, but shut the fuck up. I hate video games so much.
Back on topic.
Yes.
So how about Bird Box?
I liked it.
Or Birdcage.
I wanted to go back to Horror Story for
What's
a
that?
real sec.
Okay.
The Roanoke season.
That was great.
Okay,
I haven't seen it.
that's one of my top favorites.
I'll have to
Yes.
watch it. Is that on Netflix?
Yes, they're all
Alright.
on Netflix. I
Oh,
don't
are
think
they?
Apocalypse
Oh,
is.
shit.
No, Apocalypse
Okay.
isn't on there
Apocalypse
yet.
was
Usually,
not that good.
No, Apocalypse didn't start out good, but then it got a lot better.
Eh. What did you think of Colt?
I like Colt. It was
I
fine.
liked it.
It was fine.
Sarah Paulson was really cool in it. Like, that was a very different character.
She was good. Yeah.
The only thing I had an
wanted
issue
more
with
Evan
was
Peters.
the guinea pig.
Oh yeah,
I mean,
I
I
had
think
no
that's
issue
everyone's
with that.
that
opinion.
was funny.
Everybody wants more Evan Peters.
He was good.
He's getting weirder, though. Like, in the beginning...
His best character was the hotel owner, though.
No.
I
His best
really
character was
enjoyed
an
the-
asylum.
I thought his best character was
he was kind of boring
Lobster
in
Hands.
Asylum. Yeah.
But see, that's
I
when he
love
was still
that.
a good guy. In the first 4 seasons, he's like a really good, like, heroic
he
guy.
was real
And then he
boring in
gets to be
Asylum,
super
though.
weird and
bad.
annoying.
It's,
Yeah.
I mean, it's good
Asylum,
that he's
Asylum's
diverse.
probably my favorite season.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, except for I will even forgive the last episode, but I will
I
say
thought it was
Asylum's. It was too happy. Like, oh, they get abducted by aliens happily ever after.
I mean,
Oh, yeah!
Yeah,
Oh my god, I totally forgot
Yeah.
about that.
but I
spoiler.
I don't care.
Oh,
Fuck off.
this
I haven't
whole
seen
episode
that
is
one.
spoilers. We
I'm
probably should have
fine.
said that
I
at the
don't care.
beginning.
Fuck off. It's been on for years. No spoiler
It
warnings.
has. Overall, though, I really like it. That show does fuck me up sometimes, but
It-
I
it-
like that in a show
does
because
ideas
it
well.
obviously gets to you. What was I going to say?
Yeah, it's well written. I will say that. Like each
Usually well written.
usually, but I mean, like they do a good job of connecting an entire story together for one
Sometimes.
for
For
one season.
but
For
then
one
you don't
season.
have to stick with it to keep up with it,
Exactly.
and I like that too. Like you can just
skip
start at
around.
whatever season you want to start at,
Yeah.
and it's just that season that you have to commit to. But with
But
Coven,
don't expect every
Yeah.
plot point to be resolved or to make sense because some shit just falls off the edge.
Yeah,
there's
and
a lot of shit though.
Yeah.
That's
there's a
because
lot.
they are trying to create this weird cinematic universe
Yeah.
out of
Which
their-
works pretty well.
It connects okay.
Yeah.
But what did you think of Coven? Because I hated that one.
Coven's the worst.
Oh, I
Okay,
love
good.
Coven.
Coven's the
Did
fucking
you watch
worst.
Coven?
I watched Coven all the way through, and I ate it up like freaking candy.
I hated
Loved
it.
Coven
it.
was the
I
worst.
hated it. Emma Roberts can go suck a dick. 'Cause
I
she
agree.
sucks.
I hated
She's
Emma
the
Roberts.
worst.
She gets by because that's Julia Roberts' niece.
Well, plus
Yeah.
she's the fiance of Evan Peters.
Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, you could do
Oh,
better.
how
Oh
unfortunate.
God, I know. But well, I don't know if they're engaged anymore
But
though.
that was my favorite. That season did give me my favorite incarnation of Lily Rab.
She's not really in it too much.
She was the
anymore.
hippie character.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was.
She's
She
not in it
was
too
cool.
much. Yeah, I love her. She's so much fun.
But I just hate the fact that like you can't die. So like you die and then you come back, and then you die and then you come back, and then you die and you stay there.
Well, no, somebody has to bring you back.
Oh, then you shouldn't watch
Somebody has to bring you
Supernatural.
there.
Yeah.
No, I hate that shit. And then you're stuck in your own personal hell, reliving like the first 10 seconds forever.
Right, which is the point of hell.
Yeah,
But that
It's
just
punishment.
that just fucked with me in a way that I did not want at all. So I don't like
That's what
Coven.
good
I will
TV
not
does.
watch it again.
I just
Plus all of the fucking rape in that one and the torture with Kathy Bates.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That bothered me a lot.
Didn't oh god, what's her name?
it wouldn't be an episode if Casey didn't burp.
Tell me about it. He's like Rick Sanchez.
That's not gonna on me. Precious, the girl who played Precious, didn't she get fucked by like a minotaur?
Yes,
Yeah.
she
Oh,
did.
shit.
But she wanted it. That's the fucked up part. She
Diff-
wanted it, and
different stroke.
she made the
Don't-
advance.
Don't king shame. Don't king shame.
No, I'm gonna shame that.
Yeah, if she's
I'm
gonna, if she
shame
wants
that.
the horn, she's
was
gonna
horny.
take the horn.
No, I'm gonna
Taking
shame
the bull
that.
by the horns.
Yep.
Cocked by the balls.
Actually, was it a real?
It was a real Minotaur.
Yeah, it was a real
But I
Minotaur.
thought it was a person with the head on.
No.
Because that was the thing in the beginning.
Right. But then it was like a ghost specter apparition where it was a Minotaur.
Yeah.
Plus, what about all the fucking shit with, like, Papa Legba? Fuck that. Okay?
He was cool.
He was so fucking stupid.
I was glad he came back because he was one of the few good parts.
No,
I don't remember.
He was dumb.
He was the voodoo god.
Oh,
Yeah, because he's the dark voodoo guy.
Yeah.
I couldn't understand a word he ever said. Ever. You need to enunciate.
That's just that.
You're just a racist.
I'm not a racist.
Oh my god.
I'm not.
And I also just really like that actor because he's in a lot of really cool shit. He's in John Wick. He was in Fringe, which is another show that went really unappreciated.
Well, hey, just letting everybody know we're at 50 minutes at the moment. So.
Thanks, timekeeper.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, no
I was keeping an eye on it.
Okay, well, I'm also keeping an eye on it.
Okay.
So.
But she's doing a better
There you
job
go.
of it than you, David.
Well, she just told everyone that they're listening to it and they have a timer.
Yeah, they're
so they
listening
see
to it right this very second.
Well, they are when this comes out. They're
When it
gonna be
comes
able
out,
to-
yes, but not at this point in time.
Are we going to argue about that?
Yes. have you met her?
We are speaking to people in the future.
She exists in 2 different dimensions.
3.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
I'm everywhere.
Hey, I'm Missy.
Ew! You sound like fucking Pennywise there for a second.
Infinite Missies.
Hey. Hey.
Look at me, I'm Missy Rick.
Ew. But I think we should end with a discussion of Bird Box because that is like such a trend at the
All right.
moment.
It was a shit movie.
It was great.
It was. Hang on, let me get my notes. But
He has notes. I'm so proud of you.
It was.
I should have taken
I
notes.
couldn't watch more than 20 minutes of it.
Okay, I won't say it was great, but I did enjoy it.
You said it was great.
Yeah, I know, but I only said that because you were going to say it was terrible.
She
It is
wanted to be
terrible.
your polar opposite.
Oh my god, ow.
Look, I almost gave it a 1 out of 10.
He's a harsh critic.
I gave it a 2 out of 10 because of how much I laughed.
You're not supposed to laugh at horror movies. You're not supposed to laugh at, like, serious movies like that, and that upsets me for the genre.
All right, where are we starting with this? Because I have
Well, should I start and then you counter me?
sure.
Okay, so I like Sandra Bullock a lot. I thought her character was very strong. I thought it was kind of different in the way that it started, but that's because I've never seen The Happening. So I didn't know...
It's one of my favorite comedies.
Oh, that's a great comedy.
Okay, it's not supposed to be. But I didn't understand
Mark.
what all of that was. And I knew going into the movie that they weren't going to fully explain or show what the creature or whatever it was. And that was going to bother me from the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
But I accepted it and whatever. I like the kids. And I was deeply saddened when the boyfriend died, Tom. I was really
the
upset
guy
by that.
I thought was 50 Cent.
Yeah, you did think he was 50 Cent. That was funny.
He did, because he kind of did look like 50 Cent.
I mean, they had Machine Gun Kelly in it, so why not have 50
Is that
Cent?
who that fucking was?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
I thought he looked familiar.
His rap career ended after Eminem ripped him.
Yeah.
Well, I also like that he didn't kill himself right away. Like, he still was able to kill the other people before killing himself. I liked seeing all the people kill themselves, which is really, really awful to say. Sorry, but I
That
like
just got
horror
fucking
genre.
dark.
It always gets dark with me. Okay, like, and then I liked the end when, like, she kind of loses the kids for a second, and it's like this fight between, you know, listen to me versus listen to the creature, trying to get them to take off their blindfolds.
Yeah.
I like that all the mentally ill people took off their blindfolds and they were like, oh my god, this is so beautiful, like, you're fucking crazy. I liked that. I wasn't a huge fan of the ending, but I'm never a fan of any ending ever, normally.
She's really not.
I'm not. And in the book, I didn't know it was a book, but in the book, apparently they...
Wait, it's a bird? It's a book?
It's a bird?
Somebody thought it was a good idea twice.
Why?
Well,
I don't
no. Okay, the ending in the book is different. They
So I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, they, like, gouge out their eyes. So I think that's fun. That's a good ending.
Yes,
I think.
That's actually a question.
good
I brought
eye
up.
gouging is always fun.
Absolutely. Well, I hate anything doing with eyes,
That's
so,
in
like,
you.
I think that's just automatic
I'm
horror.
gonna skull fuck him.
But I would give it at least, like, a 6.5 out of 10.
Jesus, you're generous.
I watched
you
20
know.
minutes. I'd give it a 4.
You're really fucking generous.
Alright, well, let's hear your notes.
Okay, so I hate Sandra Bullock. She plays the same character in everything she does.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she does. What was my other thing? Okay, so if you're not going to explain the things going on, if you're not going to have a backstory, which they kind of tried to do with the Get Out character,
Yeah.
because he was the friend in Get Out, the supermarket clerk.
Oh, yeah.
So they tried to do this thing like, oh, it's demons. Oh?
Which
It's
that
demons.
that's
Okay.
kind of like what it ends up
It's
being.
But, okay. But
It's-
if you're not going to explain something, then
Yeah.
the only reason it's okay to not explain things is if it's a found footage style.
Yes, I agree
Because
with
in
that.
that way, you're the character, you're finding out things in the same manner everybody else is.
I don't like that.
That's the
I
way it
agree.
should have been.
I don't like it.
Which would have been like a fucking funny way to do Bird Box, I think.
Actually,
It's
yeah,
not
because you
supposed to
can't
be a
even
funny
you can't
movie.
see it.
Right. And you
Oh my
can't
God.
even look at the things.
Yeah, that would be fun.
As Evil Doctor from Jurassic Park showed us.
Actually, that would be.
He's
I
in
think that would be really
everything.
fun. I think that would have been really
Yeah.
fun if it was like a found
Like,
footage
yeah.
of Sandra Bullock.
Right. But that's the only time that level of ignorance of events is acceptable.
Mm-hmm.
I disagree.
Is when you're the character and you're experiencing these things as you go along.
But do you know how hard it is to watch found footage films?
No, I love them.
It's so
If
hard for me
it's-
to watch. It makes me so dizzy. I can't see
I
fucking
have no
shit.
issue.
Like
Well,
Cloverfield, I couldn't deal with
That's-
because it was just all over the
right.
place.
Yeah, that's fine.
No,
But
that's how I think a lot of horror movies should be tackled as found
Oh,
footage. But that's a
God.
whole other. That's
I
a whole
agree,
other-
and that's why I'm thinking about my movie being that way.
Yeah. It's a fun format.
It's great, and,
it's
you go on
not-
that adventure with
It's
the
not
audience.
done right a lot of the time.
Yeah,
Mm. All right, what else you got?
There was like no atmosphere. Nothing felt creepy or nothing felt like there was a sense of peril at any point.
just felt really awkward the entire
It was just
time.
boring. Like I was waiting. I hit the 45-minute mark. I'm like, oh my god. There's still 90 minutes to go. Oh my god.
I don't know. I thought, I mean, it was a little bit suspenseful for me, and I thought it had a decent atmosphere, but I can see what you're saying.
Like the only suspense was like making sure I didn't drink at the same time I was going to laugh.
Oh my god.
That was literally it. Was there a score? I can't remember.
No, there really wasn't.
Okay.
There really wasn't any score. At least nothing memorable.
Yeah, exactly. I can't remember music.
It would have been better if she had sacrificed Girl when they were
Okay,
they
so-
were on the river.
The way I thought she was going to have both of them do it.
Oh no, I knew she was gonna do the
Like,
girl
what?
because it's not her kid.
Save yourself.
Well, no, I was thinking because my thought process, because the way they shot that scene was they're under the blanket and she's about to make her choice,
Mm-hmm.
and then it cuts to above the boat and the blanket's going off over both of them.
Does it?
It does.
I
Oh.
wasn't watching this part, so
So I'm
But
thinking,
that's after she said nobody's looking.
no, she said, I'm making the choice. I'm deciding.
yeah.
Mm. I
Yeah,
don't know.
and then later on it cuts to that.
Okay.
But that would have been a fine idea. Like, oh, okay, so I'm going to fucking wing it, and both of you look. So I can't choose regardless of which one I popped out.
Yeah.
But even then, it still would have been a shitty movie.
I mean, like, realistically, I really wanted one of the kids to die because of that
That would-
30-minute
yeah.
crying scene.
Crying scene.
Having one of the kids die would have added weight.
Something.
Yeah.
It would have felt like stakes had been made and raised.
Yeah.
But then if she had sacrificed Girl and she was the one to look, then how long could she really look
Well, no,
before
even
anything
if-
got her?
Well, even if she had chosen Girl to look, and like if Boy had died instead, that would have been fine.
Yeah.
Because it's just
Yeah.
like have a kid die.
Those fucking names.
Or even have Sandra Bullock die, and then the kids make
That's what I
it.
was hoping to. Yeah, like
No, I didn't want that.
Because it would
That
have
She's
been...
tough. She
but-
was the tough one.
Exactly.
right. And she makes the sacrifice, and like there's just so much that wasn't explained, and that bothers me a lot.
Yeah.
But there's not a lot explained in found footage films either.
right because you're from the vantage of somebody that's in the situation. You're not going to have all the information
Yeah, you
In
have
the
as much
situation.
information as
as that character,
as the character does.
which
you are
which
the
lends
character.
to the immersion.
But technically, Sandra Bullock doesn't have any information that we don't have too. So
But we're seeing everything
Yeah.
from a third-person point of view, so
yeah.
we see things that she might not.
We should be privy to information that they don't know. They do that in horror movies all the time, where you find out backstory through other ways, like
Yeah.
Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah,
You find out through like clippings of the news and little bits of information
Mhm.
throughout. You
and
still find out
flashbacks
why.
and stuff like
yeah.
that.
You're still finding out why things are happening. There has to be a reason. There has to be a what.
I liked it.
Yeah,
I
and,
still
and,
like
I'm not
it.
saying you can't like it.
and like something that started it, like what started
right,
it,
there,
you know,
there
and
has
why.
to be some impetus. It can't just be like, oh,
It just
demon.
But you had
It's like
to
The
know that
Happening.
going into that. Exactly. You had to know that in your head before going in that there
It was
was
gonna
going
be
to be
bad?
no
Yeah.
No, that
But
there was
then that
going to
means
be
you
no
would have to watch it.
explanation.
You would have to watch it twice then.
Why?
Because how would you go in knowing that something isn't going to be explained unless somebody else watched it prior to you?
Right.
No, like in any kind of like monster, you can't look, you can't see, you can't hear kind of thing, whatever.
But even
you're not going to get a full look or full details about anything. Even in A Quiet Place, you did not get full details.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, we got a lot.
didn't!
We got a lot of stuff.
We learned that they were from his stupid fucking whiteboard of information. Yes, we did.
They're
More
aliens.
than what we had in this movie, yeah, but not everything.
basically-
Why did they come here then, Dave?
I don't know.
Exactly!
We don't need to know that.
No.
Yes, we fucking do!
That's not necessary. We just need to know what they are.
Oh my god.
And what
okay,
they're
so
doing
what are
here.
they? What are their names? What kind of creatures are they?
They're aliens.
Yeah, they were just
That's all you need to know.
alien MacGuffins.
Yeah.
Okay, so then they're demons. That's all you need to know.
But that's
Why is that
ridiculous.
different?
That's ridiculous.
Why is that different?
I think it's ridiculous
because
the way we
because
learn.
nothing was given to lead to the fact that they are demons. No evidence was
Did you see the
given.
pictures that the guy drew? Plus the fact that they said something about how it takes on each person's worst fear.
Great, that's a Harry Potter monster.
And it's also it.
Okay, fine. But like that still counts.
But I
as
will agree with you.
demonish.
We did learn what they are, but from a
But
ShopRite clerk.
But that's all. That's the
That did
only
internet
option
research.
we were given.
Yeah,
That is
there's
the
nothing
only
else.
option we were given. Like, there's no other possibilities. Like, oh, demons.
It's not even
Oh,
just.
aliens.
Right.
What's the difference?
Because
I don't
we-
understand.
But I think what I'm trying to say is that there was no other way of. There's no reliable source of learning. You know, like we're just learning this from some random clerk
It's so good. It's still
who did
So?
internet
Right,
research.
right,
It's
right.
like, oh, he looked it up on
like,
Wikipedia.
Yeah, he found shit on Reddit. Ooh.
You gotta start somewhere.
But why there? And why?
Reddit, not
And he just
Wikipedia.
randomly. It's like we
I don't
randomly
know.
ran into this guy. Like why does he know?
Yeah.
See, normally, like, I'm on their side, and I'm very much, I have to know every single fucking detail about everything. But going into it, if you have that mindset of you're not going to get any explanation, you can focus on everything else.
There wasn't anything else. The
Yes,
characters,
there was.
the characters were so thin and like poorly constructed, and there was no reason to care about any of them.
The only guy I cared about was the guy,
You don't care
the
about
clerk, because
Sorry.
I kind of related to him.
Oh my god.
I'm like, I get that. I had to lock up the store. Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't want to be here, and I'm not cleaning that.
But like they were all just general types of characters that you're supposed to feel bad for, but there's no reason to feel bad for because they haven't earned that sympathy.
Exactly, which is why someone that mattered dying, like a kid or
Sandra
even
Bullock.
Sandra
Yeah.
Bullock dying.
Yeah,
would
I
have
think
been
it would have been better
heavy.
if Girl had died.
Like,
I agree.
even if Imitation 50 Cent had died or hadn't died, like the story wouldn't have been any different. He just would
but
have
he
been
was
there.
a likable character because he helped.
He wasn't.
He helped. He helped the kids. He was like the father figure for the kids. He gave them hope.
I liked him more than Sandra Bullock.
I didn't like anybody.
You
I
never
liked him.
like anybody.
I liked him way more than Sandra Bullock.
God.
The 20 minutes that I watched.
And although I do like that now, the intolerant, like curmudgeonly neighbor has been transformed into like a Trumper, because that was John Malkovich.
yeah,
That was the funny part.
yeah, that was great.
I don't know.
It was interesting, to say the very least.
I'm glad it's over.
Maybe there will be a sequel. We'll call it The Birdcage.
No, there is a movie called The Birdcage, and I would recommend that way more.
Yeah, isn't Robin Williams in it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a very flamboyant
One,
gay man,
two.
and yeah. Oh, it's so good. It's so goddamn good.
We should watch that.
You should. It was based off a French movie that you shouldn't watch because it's not as fun.
Well, I mean, Robin Williams is in it, so
Right.
the
That
American
that doesn't
version-
mean it's going to be good.
the Robin Williams parts are gonna be great.
Right, but it doesn't mean it's going to be good because there's plenty of movies with Robin Williams that are shit.
Hey,
All right,
watch it.
you know what? We'll make a list. We'll check it twice, and we'll talk about it next time.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for listening, guys. Follow us on all of our social media. You know, Twitter,
It's an awkward
Instagram. We're awkward.
We are.
Okay.
I get very yelly when I disagree with people.
And I have to stop it.
All right, bye.
All right. See you later, guys.
Fuck
Thanks for
off.
listening.